www.newtoboss.com. Name's Ty. What I'd like to show you is a simple and basic recording on Windows 8 PC using Camtasia Studio 7. I'm actually using Camtasia Studio 7 right here. It's now running at 108. But if you take a look at the audio indicator right here, is the audio level. When I'm using this on Windows 7, every time there's an audio change with the frequency, I mean you talk or it's an input, this right here would actually move since it's a level indicator. Alright, but now using that on a Windows 8 computer, it's not moving. But with the others, edit, upload, straight upload to YouTube using Camtasia Studio 7, everything is working okay. So what I would like to show you right now is actually edit a screen capture, I mean a video capture of your screen right here, which I actually did earlier. So let me just open this again just to somehow re-verify that this was actually recorded using Camtasia Studio 7. This is the software that I have here. Just open Camtasia Studio, click on that, and let's say version 7.1 right there. And let's wait up a little bit for the software to load. And it's going to ask you these right here, but just close that. Make it a little smaller so you can drag this in here. Make it bigger again. So here, this is one of the videos I've created just earlier. What you do with recording is you load a video. So again, from here, you just drag a video here on the clip bin. If you'd want to add a video, really that you don't want to do drag, just click on File. You get, say, something that says Open Object if you've got a project already, and you got Import Media if you want to search for the file itself. You can get that here, and from there you just click on the file right here and then drag that straight here. If you don't want to drag that, you can also right click, then click on Add Timeline. But to make things a little faster and smoother, if you got a higher processor on your computer, you can just do drag and drop without any lags. You can do that. Like here, drag. If the moment that you release it here, it's gonna ask you to select a dimension, a frame height, a frame width. So we're using this for YouTube, and take a look at here. I'm using an Acer PC, so the resolution is actually only limited to 1366 by 768. So it's not capable of handling the maximum 1920 by 1080 HD. But secondary HD is 1280 by 720, so it still can adapt. Again, if you'd want to use the recording dimension right here, you can, but if you're going to upload that to YouTube, you better just select something that says 1280 by 720 right in here. You got a lot of options there. You could use that in case you'd want to use your video for something else. So again, for YouTube and HD, that's the focus. You want to do upload this to YouTube, 1280 by 720, click on that, and keep the aspect ratio. You want to keep it to 16 by 9, so you retain the widescreen positioning or framing of your video. Click on OK, and it's gonna do a little bit of a something right there. It's gonna give you something that says zoom here. You don't do action on this layer, alright? Just don't do any action on this layer. Why? Remember, your video is 1366 originally, but it's recreated that to adapt to a zoom level, resize that to a 1280 by 720. Don't drag, don't move, don't do anything on that part if you don't want your video to zoom in and zoom out. So again, here, if you drag this, this is your handler or your marker. If you just drag that, you can see that video right there moving. So again, since I would want to just bring this down first for now, okay? So you would see much of the screen that I have. Just minimize that. this is a long video that I have. You can see the maximum time or the stretch time of the video is 7 minutes and 1 second, but we're on 5:05. So what we want to do for the sake of shortening the tutorial, I just want to cut this. So what you do is drag to a point where you'd want to cut right here. Let's say we just want to do it 30 seconds. Okay, now you got tools right here. You got the scissor, you got something that says split. So what you do is to split this part and this part. So just put your marker wherever you'd want to cut it, click on split, and you got two pieces of that. Alright, if you don't move it, don't do anything, it's still going to be there. But if you want to remove this part right here, click on that and just remove. The audio one is the voiceover. Let's play that.
I've slept, and this time I would like to continue.
Yeah, this is the voiceover that I've used as an overlay earlier through Camtasia track. You can set that on options. But this right here, I enabled system audio. System audio, if you want to have your voiceover from your headset or from your input microphone, and you'd want to also capture sounds or sound elements from your PC, like those that if you're playing videos, you want to capture that, you could set that. But if you don't need that, take a look at this. It's blank. This part is actually blank. So we're not going to need that. It's just going to confuse you at some point. Just click on this, click on that, just clear everything. So we still got our material right here. Got a video, video one, got the audio right here, got the audio. Um, Usually when you record videos, you got this lengthy part right here that's a little blank. Why? Because you, of course, you use that for preparing before you speak or before you record. So you wouldn't want to have it started from the very point that you talk. Why? Because if you're going to upload that to YouTube, if people would have a look at your video and you got full 8 seconds, 10 seconds of blank, of no talking, of no interactivity, then no one's going to watch your video. So you'd want to start that directly from the point that somebody is talking, which is you. So play that.
Trippity be done.
So that's the voice file right there. What you do, position that in there, split again, and delete this part. Highlight, delete. So there you go. You got your beginning or your start part, okay. You should have the end part, okay too. How you zoom in and zoom out, this. The sliders right here. Okay. You zoom it out if you really would want to target closer or micro target the frames right here. But if you just want to have an overview as to how lengthy the video is, it's like that here. I would want to also add a watermark. What you do is you add a watermark. Um, if you want to add something, not exactly a watermark, but you want to add an OBB or a CBB, billboards, open billboards, close billboard, like you would want to ID your video, make it somehow look a little professional. So what you do with that is you can, here, let me just import media, then go to look up for, you can make this straight from a Photoshop software. Here, I've got billboards right here. So let's just have a look at this, see if this will work. Right here, if you drag that there, it's going to create a gap. You don't have the voice. That's the problem. Delete the back again. If you click, right click, add to timeline, that's the same. You got a gap. Okay, it would not look very much okay. So what you do to circumvent that, you want that overlaid on top while you got this talking part, and you'd want that here overlaid. What you do is you use a callout. A callout is, let me give you a sample of a callout right here. Like this, those are like little speech balloons right there. And you could say, this is me back in 2008, something like that. Remove that, but take a look at that. It's an overlay. While you talk, it's in there. So what you do is you use an image overlay or a picture overlay as a callout. So click on this part right here. You go to shape, and you got handler right there. And look up for this, something that says, you got a lot of there, shapes, sketch, motion, text. You got this, load image. You would want to load an image. Why you'd want to load an image? Because you'd want that to substitute as a callout. You go to images, to you just create it. If you don't know how to create a watermark or an OBB, we have a tutorial on our website. You could have a look at that. But for now, I have something that says 1280 transparent. I created a PNG file on a frame rate 1280 by 720. Again, if you're going to be using billboards, opening billboards, make sure that you create that pattern on the same resolution that your video has. If you're using 1280, you have to create a resolution size of 1282 for the picture or for the image file. So again, it's PNG. You could use any image file for this. It's gonna work. Take a look at that PNG, bitmap, and JPEG. Click on open, and it's in there already. Take a look at that. Here, you can drag a little bit to the left side and to the right side. If you want to send that back, um, let's go back again. How you do that? Click on this. If you don't have that in there, drag a little bit down and go to load image. Why it's not working? It doesn't work. What's going on? Oh, there you go. Sorry, I have to delete this first. See, I clicked on something. Let me just cut that. And here, click on this. Load an image. Look up for the file. I'm using a transparent parent file. Take a look at here. The change that would happen. There you go. So you got that overlaid. And you want to have a little dramatic entrance for this. You can lengthen the fade in. Let's make this longer. If you want to make that longer, like that, and you can resize the fade in and fade out. Let's make it lengthy. Make it lengthy right there. Okay, something like that. If you play a preview,
www.newtoboss.com. This is
it's
again
gonna
Ty.
slowly
It's another day for me.
show. So it's again, however you'd want it to look like, however you'd want it presented. Yes, you can. So this is what I do. Just that here. I just make it like that
www.newtoboss.com. This is again
and make
Ty.
it fade right
It's
in the
another
middle
day for
part.
me.
So what I do is copy that. Why? Because I would want to paste that before the ending. Control V right here and invert the transition. Instead, you make it fade out, make it fade in. Click on fade in here. Oh, sorry, I didn't. It's just here. The effects is just here. Just on the callouts button or menu, just scroll down right at the bottom. You got properties, fade in, fade out. There you go. You can resize and do X, Y coordinates. Move that. If you move that, it's gonna change here. So just make it 0, 0. There you go. So it's centered right there. All right. So you got an OBB, you got a CBB, and you got a voiceover. If you'd wanna make changes on the sound or the audio, let's say the audio is kind of hissy or it's kind of noisy in the background, you could also make changes on that. Click on this, right click on the audio part. Again, here is the audio part. Right click, edit audio right there, and it's going to give you this audio menu. Let's make it a little bit bigger. There you go. So you got something that says noise removal. You got advanced, you can manual, remove the noise. You could it's all up to you. So if it's green already, you can just enable
Is
noise
when you
removal. It's gonna do a little bit of a something, and there you go.
be getting a window
You'd be getting
reminisce of
changes. If you just would want to adjust the intensity
start
of
menu.
the removal of the noise, you can also do it right here.
Back to your
If
desktop.
you want to make the volume a little higher, you could enable leveling, but you could also do it manual right here. Hover on the green part, and you could adjust the volume right here itself. Okay, if you want to add another callout, let's say you have this callout right here, this part, you have that, and you'd want to add another callout, you can just right click on this callout part, and you got something that says create new line. Create new line from here, and go back to callouts. Click this callout one. Why? Because it's the place where you'd want it to appear. And let's think so that you really would want to use a callout that is looking like a speech balloon right here. There you go. So let's resize that. You can just drag it a little bit. If you take notice, um, you've got the original callout, the image callout, which you use as an opening billboard, and you got this, another callout. You can type something in there. Let's go to the part that's giving you this text part. So you could say noodlebuzz.com, something like that. You can resize. Uh, you can change the font, and you could make it a little bit bigger. Again, it's all up to you. Preferences is on the creator itself. These are just tools you can manage to use in creating videos. If you want to use transitions, like let's say you pause your video for a little while because you're doing a video tutorial on how they can install the software. So the software would install like about 15 minutes. So you don't want to run that video for 15 minutes. So you cut it off. Let's say you've cut that. Let's put it in a position that you trimmed the video already. So you got a video part right here, and after 15 minutes, you get back, you got this. Alright, so what you do, let's say this is the 15-minute part, and you remove that 15-minute, and you're back now. But it wouldn't make any sense that you just have to uh, get no transition effects from that to here. To make it more dramatic or to make your video more professional, what you do is you click on this second layer right here, mark the time. You got 0020, alright? 0020. Let's go back. You got that 1812. But here, 0020. Yeah, 102. Okay. So you mark that up. So what you do, you click on transitions. So you got two cuts for the video. This is the second part after the 15 minutes that we're thinking about. Then you got something that would say transition effects right here. You can use checkerboards, but as common, you can do flip and cube rotate. How cube rotate works, click on that, drag it here, and go back to your clip bin. So this is how it would look like.
And
Let's
this time,
preview that a
yep.
little bit. And there you go. I would say
And also
after
the rule.
15 minutes, you're done. If you'd want to make this a little bit shorter because it's defaulted to 3 minutes. What you do, this is your effect. Let me zoom in a little bit. It says cube rotate. Right click over that, it got transition duration. Click on that, it got 3 seconds. So you might want to change that to just 1 second. Why? Again, you're doing just a tutorial. No one would spend more time with those breaks that you do that would not give them info. So would you just would want to make that really really fast.
What up?
So
And
there you
also
go.
the rule.
That's a little faster. Let's say you got another cut right here, and you would want to make use of another transition. Not that. Why? Because it's all boring if everything would be the same. Click on this. Flip. Drag that here. Go back to your clip bin or your library. Let's preview that.
For the
Oop, 1 second. Let me go back. There you go. So another. So you got a cube rotate, you got a flip, right click over that, change that to 1 second, it will be better. Okay. So that's how you add transition. So you got more tools right here. You got zoom and pan if you'd want to make zoom ins and pans for video. So you just experiment a little bit on this. So again, the purpose of this video is to show you that Camtasia Studio 7 is working on a Windows 8 computer, and you can edit and upload directly to YouTube or export through MP4. So what you do when you're done with everything, you zoom that out. Why? Because sometimes you might have something else right here that you might drag to the right. You might, if it's like this and you export that, you wouldn't know if there is something that you have to delete. So be sure that it's on zoomed out view for all the elements, and check here that you don't have other extra elements. So you do go back, clip bin. I mean, sorry. After you do that right here, just go back home, reposition that in there, then you can preview, listen,
www.newtoboss.com,
watch the video,
Scantai.
make trims and other necessary adjustments and additions that you want to do to make the video look better. You can do that, and after you've reviewed that 2 or 3 times, then you can export. Again, it's very important if you're going to directly upload this to YouTube using Camtasia to review that first. Why? If you don't review, then you got subscribers already. After you upload that, they're gonna receive a message, an email message actually from YouTube that you uploaded a new video. They watch that and you got errors and you got comments for that. So what you do is to review first from here, and after that, go to File. Here, you got something that says Produce and Share. This is what you're looking for. Again, produce and share. You can also do Control P on your keyboard. You got your wizard right here. You got a lot of options. You got blog, CD, DVD, HD. If you click on HD, it's gonna export or render the file on a 1280 by 720 MP4 file. All right, so it's just gonna be saved on your computer, but you still have to upload that to YouTube. But also you can use this file for some others. So again, safekeeping, that'd be better, HD. But if you just would want to share that directly to YouTube, you got something that says share to YouTube, and the dimension will be 1280 by 720. It's going to adapt the dimension that you have on your PC, and it's going to ask you to log in. Log into your channel. I mean, the login credentials to your channel. New works, password, remember. Get a next, and got title, description, tags here. Alright, so you got finish. Let's click on finish, right? No, no, no. Let's just say like that. Okay, this is for the sake of testing. Finish that. It's going to render the project. It's going to say rendering project, and it's going to say step 2, uploading to YouTube. But I'll have to cut it for now here because I don't want this to get to be uploaded to the channel that we have. So I'm just going to cancel that out. Say you should want to cancel. Yes, I do want to cancel. Then close that. There's another option to import, produce, and share file. Control P. Got web, got HD right there. So you got a lot of options. So if you want to do custom production settings, select that. This is where you make changes if you know a little bit of Flash and others. You want to select Flash for that. If you want to select AVI, you should have codecs installed to your PC too. Got MP4, so you got that black MP4 1280 by 720. Oh, I can't find that in there. Anyway, you can just again have a look at all these controls right here. It's gonna take you straight forward to a rendering. I mean a successful render. So for now, I'm gonna end the video right here. Again, for some other video tutorials, you can check out www.newtoboss.com. Name's Ty. Thanks for watching. Hope this video helps.